Right, let's go to Ben, who's a West Ham fan. Ben, good evening.
Benny boy.
Hello, how you doing? You all right?
Yeah, we are
good.
great, Ben. How are you?
Well, I can't lie. This Lingard thing is really
Has it got to you?
a little bit.
Go on
because I don't really understand the situation with Lingard. I think he's an absolute idiot, in all honesty. I think he's missed out on a massive opportunity. I think all he cares about is the money, and that's clearly what he's done. For a year, we've been trying to get him over because he's done a great loan spell for us. He knows the club, he knows the manager. He got into England because of us, and since then he's just mucked around. He decided to listen to Solskjaer, which was stupid, and then didn't get back into the Man United squad, lost his place in the England squad, and since then he's been looking at Newcastle because they've got the money, the new ownership. He wants to go to America because everyone goes over to America from Europe, they want more money. And now he wants to come over to us. Oh, finally, last resort, no one else wants him. All right, I'll go to West Ham, but give me 200k a week.
Ben,
Rice ain't even on 200k a week.
Ben, Forest have outbid you.
Yeah, I know.
No, that's what you should be talking about now.
Exactly.
How have Nottingham Forest, bearing in mind what you just said, got him over the line and West Ham didn't? Explain that one to me.
I mean, it's a difficult one because it's what you said earlier. It makes sense because if you look at it as if they were to buy him from a club, they basically bought him for about 10 mil, for a player, which makes sense. But then from a West Ham perspective, it's like, why would we be paying X amount of money when we could have got you cheap before anyway? And then
But
you didn't. But you didn't, though.
More money than everyone else. It doesn't make sense.
It does make sense because you wanted him and you've gone on about him for 2 seasons and managers and Stuart Pearce and, we really like Jesse Lingard. He's there, bang, he's available on a free transfer. He wants 180 grand a week because he's on a free and he knows if he was going to pay for him, you'd pay 5 million for him. Just get it done. It's a lack of ambition again from West Ham, No, still ain't got a striker. You're missing out on a player that you've wanted. Don't you think that says to me, like, you can't blame him for going Nottingham Forest.
I don't blame him because of the money. But then think about it. What happens if he gets relegated? He's missed out.
It's a 1-year deal.
European football.
He walks out. It's a 1-year deal, Ben. It's a 1-year deal. The contract expires end of June.
From his perspective, he's gone to a club that he's going to be the main man.
Yeah.
He's going to be the main man, and it could be a good ticket to get back into England. Yeah. And he's going to be getting loads of money, which is what he wanted. But the problem with that is that, as you said as well, which I completely agree, there could be potential problems in the dressing room. Being the highest paid player, I mean, Abongahor said it this morning. He's seen it happen. It can be not a good scene in the dressing room where everyone else is on 100k less than him, or even more. They're going to be thinking, well, why did he deserve all this money?
Well, but we know the answer to that, Ben. Ben, we know the answer to that. Neymar walked into PSG. There's always going to be one player that earns substantially more than the other. Say again?
You comparing Neymar to Lingard.
I'm giving you an example to prove the point. I'm just giving you an example of what it's like when a player walks in on astronomical money compared to the others. And it happens. There must be players at West Ham that are on more money than others.
Yeah, of course.
It happens.
But I don't think there's a massive gap like there's going to be. There's going to be players on Nottingham Forest on 15 grand a week.
Well, that's because that's what they're worth.
No, I disagree.
Well, get their agent in there and get them more money.
Yeah, but that's what happens. All of a sudden, players start going, hold on a minute. Yeah. Jesse Lingard's here on 180 grand a week. I want more money.
Well, if that happens, then you know your place. Then the club will either give it to them or they won't. Come on, we know how it works.
Exactly. Exactly my point. Straight away, people are going to get yum.
Well, then they should know their place. They should know their place. Jesse Lingard's 29. And how many England internationals are in that squad? Who's played for Man United in that squad? He's the only one. He is. He's the only one. How many have won FA Cups? How many have won European tournaments?
Dean Henderson there.
How many have done that?
Dean Henderson there.
What's Dean Henderson on?
He's going to be on good money. Play for England.
Does he play for Man United?
Yeah, he did.
Has he won a European tournament? Look, you're fencing with, because the point is, everyone in that dressing room knows their place. There's always going to be... I mean, Raheem Sterling's just walked in at Chelsea, right? He's going to be on more money than Mason Mount. isn't he? Right? Mason Mount won Player of the Year last year. Reece James. They will get the contract they deserve.
But Mason Mount's probably on 150 grand a week, and Sterling might be on 180 grand a week. You know, there's always, or maybe more. Right?
Sterling's touching 3.
Is he?
Yeah,
right, well,
yeah. Sterling touches.
Is he 300 grand a week?
He's there. He won't be too far off it.
Really?
Oh, I think so. 27. England again. Look at his pedigree.
Well, it's interesting. Let's go to Adrian, who's a Nottingham Forest fan. Adrian, good evening.
Hey boys, just a great show as always.
Thank you.
Just quickly on that FA Cup point then, I think you'll find Forest made it further in the FA Cup last year than Man U did. So
that's true.
And all these arguments, do you not think a player like Brennan Johnson is going to be over the moon to be playing alongside a player like Jesse Lingard?
Great point.
Sorry, Jesse Lingard.
Yeah.
And you say
point,
it could cause drama in the dressing room.
Mm.
Brennan Johnson last season in the Championship was on $2.5 grand a week because he was on a youth contract. Jack Colback was on 50 grand. We won the playoffs.
Mm.
So, I don't think it's going to affect it. Just those young players are going to be looking at Jesse Lingard thinking if he can keep us up, that's another pay rise next season.
Yeah. I'm not saying if he does well, Adrian, then people are not going to care. I get that. But what I'm going to say is if things don't go to plan, and there will be games maybe he's not doing well, or he has a little spell where things quite, don't happen. The fans might go, hold on a minute, we're paying him all this money, and then he goes in the dressing room and he's going to start saying, "Come on, boys, got to do this," and I turn around and go, well, "Hold on, you pull your finger out."
Jesse Lingard goes to West Ham and they're not performing and they're not in the top 6. He's going to get booed. Forest, if he has a couple of bad games. He's just been promoted after 23 years.
Mm.
He's not going to get the abuse that he would get at West Ham if they weren't performing. So, for me, it's a great move. And just also, a lot of people, especially your breakfast show this morning, commented on his TikTok and Instagram presence.
Mm-hmm.
2022.
Yeah, don't care. I couldn't care less what he does on social media.
No, but for Forest, it's a good move because that exposure on social media by Jesse Lingard is worth money and exposure to the club.
I don't know.
It all adds up.
It doesn't. But all right, I disagree with that. I mean, social media for me is just nonsense anyway. But let's go to Paul.
That's how these guys. I mean, you're on Instagram. I'm not. Are you on TikTok?
No. What's TikTok?
I don't know. I'm not on TikTok. Oh, we should get. Why can't the Sports Bar get on TikTok?
We'll have a TikTok.
TikTok. For every show,
we do a TikTok.
You and I do a dance. Why not? See how many followers we get. Can we not do that?
Let's do it. Set it up.
Rufy, set it up now. The Sports Bar.
Next week.
TikTok. Every show, dance. We come in.
And we do dances. To be fair, I've done a dance with...
I saw it.
Emma
I saw it,
Jones.
Yeah, where'd that go?
It went viral.
On where?
On TikTok.
There you go, right? There you go.
I'm like... My son messaged me and was like, you're viral on TikTok. I was like...
Yeah. I was like, Dad, you're an absolute disgusting...
He did, Dad. You look like an idiot.
We'll set it up, Ruth. We'll see how many followers we can get. See if we can, increase our somehow that will increase the reach, and we'll have some sort of monetary value to the TikTok. I don't know.
Let's go to Paul, who's a West Ham fan. Paul, good evening.
How you doing, boys? You all right?
Yeah, we're good, Paul. Can you imagine me and Jason Cundy on TikTok?
No, I think we should skip that one. That's all right.
Are you not on TikTok, Paul?
No, I'm not on TikTok.
You're on Insta.
Yeah. But occasionally, I'm not really into
that. Of Insta. What do you do on Insta? What if we followed you, Paul? What will we see?
No, there's not a lot. There's not a lot on there.
No. Do you not do your Insta stories?
No, don't do nothing like that.
Considering that you're not on Instagram, you know a lot about
Only
it.
because you've been showing me today. Paul, what would your Insta story tell us today? If you had to do a story about you today, what Insta story would you do?
I love it.
Me today, not necessarily me. I'll be confused about the whole Lingard situation.
Right, okay, so you just sit there confused. Fair enough. Go on then, Paul. Go on, mate.
I think the deal says it all, lads. It's a 1-year deal. So you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Not on price. So he can keep him up in the division.
Yep.
Lingard's been paid a ridiculous amount of money, which we're not prepared to pay, and I don't see Newcastle offering that money either. And for me, it's just literally that. It's a deal that suits all parties.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Are you there?
Paul, you still there?
Oh, sorry, I can hear you guys and I can hear you.
I see. Right.
No, go on, carry on, Paul.
Yeah.
But to say to like everyone knows their place, I think Moyes worked really, really hard to get a good harmony in the dressing room, and everyone. I wouldn't like him to come in on 180k a week, boys. To be honest with you, I just don't.
Well, apparently, West Ham offered 150. That's the thought process. They went 150. He's on a free transfer. He was on.
Sure.
I think it was on somewhere around about 100 grand a week.
I think it was on more.
At Manchester United.
150.
So he's on a free transfer at 29. You know,
Yeah.
he's sat down with his agent. He's worked out per week what he's worth, signing on fee. You know, they've crunched the numbers. They know what he's worth.
For him though.
It could be Norwich, boys. What I'm saying, it could be Norwich who could offer that money, and I think he'll go to Norwich. I think he would have gone wherever that money was offered. He would have gone.
I know, but it's a 1 year deal. You know, like if
exactly,
you're on a free transfer, look at Aaron Ramsey, right? He went on a free transfer. Arsenal let his contract run out. Went to Juventus. I think he signed a 4 year deal on like 400 grand a week.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
Right? It's like, and you're like, wow, you're absolutely like made for life.
Yeah.
Jesse Lingard, I know it's a lot of money, but he's been earning a lot of money anyway. But it's for 1 year.
Yeah.
Like if he goes to West Ham on 150 grand a week, but they might have give him a 4 year deal. Mm-hmm. You know, and I'd look at it.
They're the maths that he's got to sit down with his agent and work out what he wants. See, the thing is, when this contract expires next year, he's still only going to be 30. He's not going to be 32. He's still got one of those that's...
No, but you know it's like after 30, Jace.
Yeah, but no, it's not as bad as it was in my day, right? So you can get to 30, 31, 32. People will still give you a contract, right?
Yeah.
So look, he's obviously backing himself to go in, have the sort of season that whatever happens at Forest, he's going to come out of this. The England squad's his dream, right? I said, it's not impossible for him to get into that squad. By the time this contract expires... He's still only 30.
I don't think he gets in it playing for Nottingham Forest. I'm sorry. There's too many other good players. Telling me who's going to get in front of?
Well, he got in 4 years.
Foden.
But he got in
Grealish.
he got in a couple of years ago playing for West Ham.
Yeah, but it's because West Ham were flying.
Injuries.
They were flying.
Injuries. It's not impossible. Look, I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying it's not impossible. He likes him, Southgate.
No, yeah, he does.